Welcome to Buffzone. My name's Kyle Ringo. This laughing monkey over here is Neill Woelk. We cover the University of Colorado football team for the Daily Camera newspaper. Neill, it's a slow week. Not really much to talk about. No news happening.
Yeah, you're right, Kyle. Not much going on. The Buffs just got done playing the number 2 team in the nation. The number 18 team in the nation is coming in for a visit this weekend, and they have Buffs have a new starting quarterback. At least they think they have a new starting quarterback. But Dan Hawkins at his press conference this week said that don't be surprised if Cody Hawkins still plays. So not much going on other than that.
Yeah, that really left me stunned. Listening to Dan Hawkins suddenly talk about the possibility that 2 quarterbacks will play on Saturday against Kansas. It left me stunned because in the aftermath of the loss at Texas, he and Coach Keesaw seemed very definitive in their post-game remarks about not wanting to go back and forth, not wanting to flip-flop between guys as they did last year. And then 3 days later, Dan Hawkins on Tuesday was talking about, the fact that both guys are going to be ready, and he thinks there's a good chance that both guys will see action at some point the rest of the season. So, is that the fair approach? Is that the right way to approach this?
I don't know if I'd worry so much about fair or good or bad in that regard. Is it the best way to approach it? Is that the best way for this team to try and win some football games? And that's what I think they have to look at. And in that regard, I think you have to go with Tyler Hansen and give him enough of a shot to prove that he is, that he deserves the job or that he doesn't. I don't think
you've been saying that since August.
Yeah, I don't think he can do it in 1 game. I don't think he can do it in 2 games. I think you need to take Tyler Hansen, stick him out there, and let the kid play. Let him make some mistakes. Let him grow. Let him get some experience. And make sure that he's your guy or he isn't your guy. But what they did last year with the flip-flop, and I do realize that Cody Hawkins came on and won a game for him against Iowa State last year, which kind of got him the job back. I do realize that happened, but I think, in my mind, you've got to go with Tyler Hansen just for the sake of the team and all the stuff that surrounds the team that swirls, and let Tyler Hansen be the guy.
Now, on Tuesday, Coach Hawkins said that he didn't feel it was fair to have a guy feeling like he had the hook hanging over his shoulder in Tyler Hansen, but by coming out and saying that he's going to have Cody ready and that Cody is probably going to play again, isn't that basically having the hook over the guy's shoulder?
Well, yeah, and again, then you start getting into semantics. Is it probably? Is it maybe? Is there still a chance, or is it a good chance? And if and that and all the other kind of things, we get into some Clinton-esque semantics here. But what I do think is that they've got to make sure that Tyler Hansen knows he's the guy. They've got, and Dan Hawkins, in fairness to him, he did say that today. Tyler Hansen is the guy. He's going to be the starter. He is the guy. But what you have to make sure is that Tyler understands that he has room to make mistakes. And that's what I think has to be made very clear to him during practice this week. Is he has room, and I asked Dan Hawkins that. I said, "Will he have the same amount of leeway that Cody Hawkins had, going into this season and throughout these games?" And he said, "Yes, he would." So if that's the case, then Tyler Hansen will have ample opportunity to prove, that he deserves the job.
I think everybody will feel a little bit more calm and reassured about this situation if they see Tyler Hansen go out there and play the entire game against Kansas, regardless of, if he throws an interception, makes a poor read, misses a wide open receiver, fumbles a snap, whatever happens. If they leave him in the game, let him play the entire game as they've done with Cody through, 4 3/4 games this season, and a lot of games previously in his career. If they do that, then I think people will realize that, okay, they are going with Tyler, and Cody is just sort of an emergency backup.
He's a backup.
If Tyler seriously falters at some point later in the season, that's what they have to do to kind of square this situation away.
Yeah. Now, if Tyler Hansen comes out and in the first half on Saturday against Kansas throws 3 interceptions, fumbles twice, and looks just completely lost and out of place, yes, then I think we'll probably bring Cody Hawkins in. I don't think there'll be a lot of squawking about that. But I agree with you. They need to let Tyler Hansen have this whole game. This needs to be his game. And a couple games after that, they need to let this kid go out there and show what he can do without worrying that 1 mistake or 2 mistakes or 3 mistakes is going to get him, back on the bench. This is a kid that burned another redshirt year, give him a shot to go out and prove that it's his.